It was like a fun trade to be in. That was 13 points, like so fast. Here's our target, $650 per contract each. And that trade just kept going long. It just kept going. All right, guys, we took an awesome trade today. And before I get into that trade and I go over it, basically what caused a lot of the volatility today, it was the best volatility that I've seen all year. And we basically erased all the gains that we made the whole year. They're gone. We're basically right back to where we were. And a big part of that was in the last couple days was there was a lot of worry about banks. So two American banks went under. Silicon Valley Bank was taken over by the FDIC. So that created a lot of market turmoil today. And I took a really nice trade off of our December low. So I took a really nice trade. I have to check the chart here, but I took it right around this area here. So back in December, we had this beautiful ranges that we were trading. And today, this is the price. We hit one of the areas here, and I took like a 13 trade bounce, a 13 point bounce off of that. And if I go to my YouTube channel, I got the video right here. And that's my entry right over here. Okay. It was a very short trade, about 40 seconds. I got in at 38.21. Okay. We start getting a lot of buying pressure coming in. You could see the orders just going smash up. Okay. It was like a fun trade to be in. That was 13 points, like so fast. Here's our target, $650 per contract each. And that trade just kept going long. It just kept going. I want to go over. This area right here is basically December and some of January. I remember trading this area, and it was so much fun because we were obeying these areas quite well. And I felt like I couldn't lose. Okay, I was just like bang, 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 bang. Okay. So here's the low today. Let me put that in green. I'm going to put that into green so you can see it. There was the low. Okay. And then I'm going to turn the crosshairs on. Boom, crosshairs. Right here. So it was to the tick almost of this low right here. Okay. So this low was where's my data box? I'm gonna pull up my data box to get an exact price. So the low of this candle was 38.0875, and then the low of this one was 38.0450. So it was like really close. Now, I had realized the other day that we were starting to like really get into that area, and I was getting excited because I knew that there'd be some action. Something was going to happen. I didn't know what, but I knew something was going to happen. Okay. So then what I did is I pulled up my my supply and demand chart where I start getting my levels. It draws a lot of my levels for, was it? Right here. This chart is this chart now. So we can see that area in December and January, and then we did all this stuff here. Okay. Remember that? And then now we're in this like red zone here. Okay. So the levels that I'm using right now are my intraday levels. So these are like really strong levels, okay? I also have slow, medium, and fast. This is fast is like good for scalping, medium, slow, good for swings. But I wanted to trade off of the multi-day, the multi-day level because I knew I could get something really good there. And then if I go, so this area is gonna have. I had this idea in my mind that because we had this massive buying coming up from here, all these orders, and then we just had like months of buying, okay, that once we retest this area that we could get like a really good snap, something was going to happen. And I ended up taking that trade. That's where I took that trade. So we got in right here at 38.2175. We rode the trade up for 13 points and got out at 38.35. And that's that trade that I showed you like a moment ago. That was this ripper right here. Whoops, wrong one.
You're trading.
Where is it? There it is. It was this ripper right here. And so go back and watch that if you haven't seen that. But that's how quick it was. Like 40 seconds. And I actually took a little bit of heat on it too, because it was it kind of needed a moment, but I felt confident being in that trade. So that was super, super, super exciting. And I ended up the day like really nicely positive. On trading a one lot, 1075. That's not bad. That's a lot of points. Like 100, 200, 300, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I ended up the day positive like over 20 points. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. On the footprint chart, it was the same thing. Here's the entry, here's the exit. We had a huge delta come in, and then it wasn't as powerful, but it was still basically on the verge of being the same a lot of the time, until we had a big buy here and then a big buy here. But I was already out by then. I was happy enough, and then I just took a couple 2-point scalps later on in the day. But that was like that trade was really, really nice. And those trades, that's why it's good to be patient, because if you're having a bit of a slow time and then you get one of these trades or a couple of them, or you even hold on to it, or I was very happy with the way I did it, and it really makes your week. It can really, okay. So what's my play for the rest of the week? My play for the rest of the week is to wait and see what happens, because we're at all these levels right now, and I can see like, okay, I'm gonna be watching this area. We have a lot of mess going on in here. That was today. It was kind of like scribbly, right? It was like really scribbly. So I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna watch these highs. I'm gonna watch here. I'm gonna watch here. This is 4,100, which is a very important level. I'm going to want to watch this top as we get up to it, as you can see here. And I'm going to watch these lows, right? And maybe even like I'm going to just have to wait and see what happens. So I just want to pick the right spots. And then what I always want to do is I want to find these levels, and then I want to see what my supply and demand indicator is telling me. Because if I'm picking these levels, and I want to make sure that my indicator is also finding them, because it usually finds them for me, but even after I find them myself, and then I just wait and watch, and then I take my trades the way that you've been seeing in my videos with this right here. I usually wait for those areas. I wait for the buyers or the sellers to come in on the footprint chart. Okay, I wait for that. I change that to yellow so you can actually see it. I wait for the buyers to come in, that type of stuff, and then I execute on my order book, like you saw in that video. So anyway, without going into too much, that's what's going on. Epic trade today, and go ahead and like this video, comment on it, subscribe, and I live stream every week, and you don't want to miss it. Today was awesome. Let's have an awesome week. All right, guys. Catch you later.